Firstly, there must be plenty of excitement in the camp as you head into round one against France.
Yeah, listen, I think we're all very, very excited. We know that, we're extremely lucky to be playing rugby in these pretty unsettling times. So, there's a lot of excitement in the group. We know it's going to be a difficult test against a good French side that are improving every year. But no, the boys are super excited.
And what have you been working on over the last couple of days?
I think we know that our breakdown work has to be good. We have to get with our ball carriers and meet them up physically up front. And we also know our kicking game will be important. So, listen, we have focused on France, but we've mainly focused on ourselves and what we can do and what we can do taking into the game. And yeah, like I said, everyone's really excited, and hopefully we can with this young team that we have, we can show people what we can do.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, you do have a young squad. Do you feel more responsibility as one of the more experienced players to lead from the front?
Yeah, it was a little bit strange actually. I was talking with my family actually earlier, and I realized that I was one of the more senior guys and capped guys on the side. But yeah, like you said, there's a bit more responsibility, I guess, on my shoulders, especially in the back row with Jake and Bram being out. There's a lot of onus on me to put my hand up and to lead from the front. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. And like you said, I'm one of the more experienced guys in the group now, which is also a massive responsibility for me and the other leaders to take this team forward and to be there for the young guys and be a shoulder for them to lean on.
As you mentioned, Jake and Bram are out. Do you feel you lose quite a wee bit of balance in that back row?
Listen, I think in Italy, I think we're very, very lucky to have amazing players in those positions. Obviously the qualities of Jake and Bram, are undoubtedly going to be missed. But the guys coming in are also, great players and, bring their own strengths in those areas. So I think we're still going to have a pretty balanced and exciting back row. And like I said, I think it's an area where Italy have a lot of quality and depth. So of course we'll miss those guys, but it's up to us now to put our hands up and to move forward.
You did struggle results wise last year. Do you feel Italy are moving in the right direction?
Yeah, I do. But, we've been saying that for a couple of years now that, every year we're getting better and better. But, there's no hiding from the fact that we want to get results and we need to get results. We understand that we're in a tough competition, with amazing teams and strong teams in the Six Nations. But, if we can show that those steps forward in this campaign, hopefully we can get a result somewhere. And, I have full confidence that we are moving in the right direction, and we've got a lot of young guys coming through now, and hopefully they can all put their hands up. It's a massive opportunity for all of us, and hopefully we can get a result.
And what's it like working with Franco Smith, and what's he been trying to implement the last sort of even 6 months and going forward?
Listen, he demands a lot from the group. Trainings, games. We run a lot. And I think he's brought a mentality of work hard, do everything you can to be the best that you can be. And he's got his own ways of thinking, obviously very different to Connor. But he's been training us really, really hard, and we want to play with the ball. We want to try and expand our game. Play wide. And have a good balance to our game. So, listen, he's a very hard guy who demands a lot, but very, very well respected and has a lot of knowledge. So learn a lot from him, and he's teaching me a lot of new things.
You mentioned there you have, even against Ireland, you like to go wide. Is that something that you will try and look to do this weekend against France? Is that where you see a bit of there's sort of an opportunity to exploit them there?
I don't want to give too much away, but I think if we just have the right balance between our game, we have to take them up, up front physically, try and get good quick ball, and get over the gain line, which will allow us hopefully to get wide and to try and exploit them out wide. But, we got to be on it in every single department. I think our set piece also has to be, on the money, up front in the scrum and in the line out. And if we can create a good platform for our backs to play with, we've got some exciting young guys. So, it's up to us up front to, create that good platform.
France obviously have plenty of threats, one being Antoine Dupont. Being in the back row yourself, how do you stop the scrum half? He's in some form, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he's he's an exciting player, probably one of the best, arguably the best number 9 in the world. So we know they've got strengths all over the field, not just with him, but I think with us it's about working in the contact, trying to win that first collision, whether it's in the tackle or in attack, and setting early, and just making sure that he doesn't have a lot of space to snipe or to pick and go. So if we win the gain line and defensively are strong and set, and we get into positions early, hopefully we can minimize that threat.
You said there about winning the gain line. If you do that, your fly half, Paulo Garbisi, could have a real good afternoon.
Yeah,
he seems to be a good young fly half who's getting a couple of chances. Is he the guy to lead Italy forward for the next 5 to 10 years?
Listen, I think we're very, very lucky in Italy to have 2 really good 10s, and Tommy Allen and Paolo. I've worked with Paolo now for the last sort of year and a bit, through Benetton as well. And all I can say about him is that he's definitely an exciting player going forward. But what's impressed me most is his work rate off the field and how much he's, wanting to learn. He takes everything in. He's got that real, I like to sort of say that old school mentality of leaning on the older guys. I know at Benetton he works a lot with Tommy and, with Ian Keatley, who taught him a lot. And, he's brought that experience into the Italy side, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. So, like I said, if we can give him, a good platform to take the ball on and show his talents, that'll be really good, because he is an exciting prospect for sure.
Him and Tommy, as you say, is there a good bit of competition there? Do they seem to get on well?
Yeah, I know they do. And Tommy's, there's no better bloke around, to have in the squad than a Tommy Allen. He teaches the youngsters the ropes. He's got a lot of experience, a great guy on and off the field. So we're extremely lucky to have him in the group. And obviously this is, good competition for both of them. They'll push each other, and that's what Italy need. We need depth in all positions, not only at fly half, but, like I mentioned earlier, in the back row, there's a lot of competition and a lot of quality. And that's something that Italy needs to press on with. And I think that can only be a good thing going forward.
Does it get pretty tiresome that everyone outside probably of the playing and the coaching group expects you to lose at the weekend?
No, we just go into the game with no real pressure. I mean, I think we have our own pressures in terms of we want to get a result and we want to win games. But we know that all the chats about France and how good they are. So all we can do is go into the game, give our best, and hopefully come away with the good results. But we focus on ourselves and our performance and taking step by step into every weekend. We know what we're building here. We don't need to speak too much to the media and to have a lot of shining lights on us. We know it's going to be the sort of shining lights on other teams, leading into games. But what we can do is just focus on ourselves and go from strength to strength.
You haven't won a Six Nations game since 2015. What would it mean to go and beat France in Rome on Saturday to you?
Oh, it would mean everything. I think we've all been, wanting that win, and it's been a long time coming. So hopefully, in this campaign, especially, with a good start against France, it would be an amazing feeling. We work so hard, behind the scenes. I don't think people quite realize how hard we work. So I think it would mean a hell of a lot to the group. But, I really do believe that it's around the corner. We're going to definitely take some bumps along the way for sure in this journey that we're on. But, if we stick together, believe in the process and hopefully we can nick a result. But yeah, it's focusing on ourselves and our performance first before the result comes.
from a personal point of view, you must want a really big tournament, big carries over the gain line. You must feel as if you're actually getting better over the last number of years. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I think it's something, that I need to keep building and keep working on. The team rely on me a lot to try and get good go forward ball. If I can, be effective in what I do and carry well and show my work rate around the field, both in attack and defense, I'll be stoked with that. So I'm really looking forward to a big campaign. Hopefully be one of the leaders from the front.
And finally, what would you regard as a successful Six Nations championship this year?
Personally, or as a team?
In both, actually. Yes, yourself and as a team.
Well, as a team, we want to show everyone that we're making strides forward, and we want to get a win. There's no hiding behind that. It's been, like you said, it's been a long time coming since 2015, but we believe we're close. And like I said, if we can focus and believe in the process and the journey that we're on, that win will come. It's not going to be easy. We know that we're playing against, some of the best nations in the world. But we're really looking forward to the challenge, and that starts against France on Saturday. And then personally, like I touched on earlier, I'm one of the more experienced guys in the group now. I know that. So it's about me putting my hand up, trying to lead from the front in the pack, and show my strengths, like you mentioned, in the carries and my work rate around the field. Super, super excited. And like I've always said, it's a dream come true to be in this competition, and hopefully we can make the Italian people proud and also our friends and family back home.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
The Guinness Six Nations Championship, live on Virgin Media One and Virgin Media Player.